What's going on, YouTube family? Today, we are talking about credit card points and why I personally think that they're a scam for broke people, right? So, if you're watching this, you clicked on the title of this video, I'm sure you know what credit card points are. But if you don't, I'm going to quickly explain what they are. So, credit card points, when you use a credit card, they typically offer reward points for like certain purchases, or some of them have like a general 1% cash back on every purchase, right? So that's the points. When I say points, they're basically credit card rewards, right? And again, based on the title of this video, I want to talk about why I think that the point system, or the idea that you can use a credit card smartly to get points, is a scam to keep broke people broke and trap you, right? So I'm going to preface this with saying that not everybody who uses a credit card and who uses points are broke, or they get taken advantage of in that system. A lot of people are smart, especially rich people, right? They might use a credit card for all of their purchases and then pay it off in full every month, and then they get the benefits of this point system that I'm talking about here, right? But the people who pay that are the broke people, the people who think that they can outsmart the system, but you end up falling victim to it. So the first point that I wrote is that rewards don't matter if you're in debt. So debt is pretty much what I always like to make, a relation to, because that's like my entire gimmick, me talking about debt, and you guys know that, right? So if you're somebody who has debt, you have other obligations that you need to be more concerned about. Thinking about using a credit card to get reward points is almost idiotic, because if you don't even have your existing credit card balance under control, what good does it do for you to use a credit card in hopes of getting rewards? That doesn't make much sense to me. If you're paying 20% interest rate on a credit card just to get the general 1% interest, or, cash back that I talked about in the beginning of the video, that is stupid. Now, I'm not saying everybody does this. I doubt a large percentage of people actually do this type of stupid stuff, but somebody does. And if you're watching this, I want you to understand why credit card points in general are stupid, because people will fall for this trap. They think, oh, I'm being smart. I'm using a credit card. I'm getting points. I'm going to pay it off. And then they don't ever end up paying it off. And then it's a cycle they get trapped into. I'm trying to tell you. The free stuff that you get from the points, it comes at the expense of your future. The rich take advantage. So again, like I said in the very beginning of the video, the rich people understand how credit card points truly work. They understand that they can actually use it to their advantage if they pay their credit card off in full every month, which is not something that poor people tend to do. The math will always favor the banks. So not only do the rich people, who I guess you can lump in with the banks, understand that broke people are more likely to fall victim to this, which is why they use credit card points and take advantage of the system to begin with, the banks also know this as well. So I don't know, let me give you an example, right? So I don't know about y'all, but now that I'm a legal adult and I have my own address, I get sent mail all the time from like credit card companies trying to offer me credit cards with like deals. Like they give you 0% APR for a year. They give you 5% cash back on everything. They trap you. The banks understand this. So they're like, yo, let's send them an offer that they can't deny. They'll send you that offer with the 0% APR for 18 months, 5% cash back on everything for a year, right? And then if you're struggling, you might think, that would be good. I can use that. I can use the credit card, pay it off, get some 5% back. I don't have to pay interest. It sounds good, right? Until it's a year, 13, 14, 15 months later, you use a credit card for months, never paid the balance off. That 0% APR that they initially offered you, it's now 25% because the initial offer period is over, and now you're stuck in debt. That's how they get you. Banks make billions off of people hoping to take advantage of the system, but they end up losing. And I probably should have wrote some statistics here to prove my point, which actually I did. Look at that. I actually did. We're going to get to that at the end. I also said the game is designed this way, but most still fall for the trap. So, as I get older, I realize like how many gimmicks and how many traps exist within our financial system. But the problem, and it's sort of crazy to me to say this, but the problem isn't that the traps exist. The problem is that we are not educated on these traps. If you never learned about how credit card points are a scam, if nobody ever tells you this, if nobody ever explains to you what APR, what cash back, 1%, and nobody ever explains these things to you, you will lose. And that's what I'm trying to, reiterate over and over again in these videos. I want people to understand that financial literacy is a buzzword. And people say financial literacy like you need to just know about money, and you need to just know what money is. But it's deeper than that. It's understanding, to me, how the entire system works and how everything is related. Not only the financial system, but your life, your personal life is directly tied to how you manage your finances. And I don't want to go too deep into all of that right now because that's not what I'm talking about, but they're all related. The last point, points and rewards only motivate us to overspend. So if you're somebody who uses a credit card, hoping to, game the system, get some reward points back, you end up not doing that. Not you in particular, I'm not saying if you're watching this, not you, but part of the reason why people fall for the trap is they think they can spend more and they're gonna get a reward back from it. Like if they have a 5% cash back reward, they're gonna be motivated to just, grab that extra thing. If you at Target, you be like, shit, I might as well buy it. Credit card, credit cards make you think the money you're using is like free money. And they put you in this mindset that you can just buy whatever you want without really facing the consequences. When you pay for something in cash, you have to give bro the cash to get the product. You physically can feel that. When he takes the money out of your hand, you know your cash is gone. Whereas even using a debit card, you don't really feel it as much. But when you check your bank account, you might feel it then. Credit cards, you don't feel it at all. You're using somebody else's money, but it's still tied to you. It's a psychological trap, and they get you like that. I'm gonna finish the video off with the statistic that I did write on the whiteboard here. 55% of credit card users carry a balance month to month. So that goes to show, everybody who says, oh, Brandon, but I use a credit card smartly. I actually do pay it off every month. Okay, that might be you, buddy, but 55% of people don't do that. 55% of people don't pay it off every month. So that means they're accruing interest. And if you're accruing interest, credit card points are useless, if that makes sense. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Credit card points are a scam for broke people. If you're watching this, please avoid credit. Listen, if you want to use a credit card, if you want to use the points, go for it. But you have to be smart about it. Do not be one of these people who carry a balance month to month, because then the entire point goes out the window. So, yeah, that's it. As always, it's been your boy, Brandon Davis. I'm out.